Hey guys, it's been a little while, but I hope you're all doing it really good. I guess as you can see from the title of this video that this is not my normal type of content that I would post, but because art and journaling is such a huge part of my life, I thought as though it would be nice to kind of share that with you guys, since there's just way more to me than hair obviously, and just for like my subscribers to kind of get to know a different side of me. But yeah, so I have been journaling solidly for about 2 years. That's bullet journaling, by the way, and yeah, this is my 4th journal I'm on now. I'm using an Astronaut olive journal for the first time actually, and I can't find any faults with it. I love the colour and the quality of the paper, and I'm just really enjoying like the overall feel of this notebook journal. So this is my plan for August. Yeah, it's kind of late in the day now, but it's like a space kind of theme that has like a little ocean vibe to it because of the diver. I thought I'd still put it up anyway, as it could be of some inspiration to a few of you guys, as I always end up getting inspired from previous bullet journal setup videos, not like always the one that is the month that we're in. So I've sketched my outlines for all of my spreads, and then I'm just going over them with a fine liner. In this case, I'm using a Sakura Pigma Micron 005 nib, which I love and use the most when I'm going over pencil outlines, but like drawings. So yeah, anyway, I'm doing my calendar. I used to cover 2 pages for this spread, but I found that I only really use it as like a reference point throughout the month rather than filling it in with dates and such. So I only use 1 page now, and I will not be going back to 2 pages. I think it looks so like compact and neat like this. I did find this picture that is on my cover photo on Pinterest, which I think is one of every artist's most favourite app. It has to be Pinterest, just because of like the endless amounts of inspiration, and it's honestly an app I just found my time definitely gets away with. But yeah, anyway, I just kind of make the picture my own and like add my own little style into it. My bullet journal honestly ends up being such a creative outlet for me, and I know it's definitely like a debatable topic, bullet journaling, but it really is something that should be for you. And personally, because I've kept it away from socials up until now, I know that it's really me, you know. So I do keep my working spreads fairly minimal. There may be some months that are like more drawing heavy, depending on how I'm feeling or how inspired I am, but for the most part, and as well if I'm like running late on doing my plan for that month, but yeah, for the most part I like them to be like incredibly usable. So I like to stay very organized, and writing things down with no like space limit, because there's like a picture and a drawing in the way, is like a must for my productivity. So here on these 2 spreads that I'm doing now, I'm kind of going back and forth on them. I can't seem to like stick to one thing, one page, and complete one spread first before going on to another one. But anyway, yeah, I'm just doing a content planner and my monthly goals on this page. And I guess in like further journal videos that I might do going forward, I will explain like what my methods are and like why I'm doing certain pages and what the little boxes mean and all of that stuff. So over the time that I've actually been journaling, I've come to the realization that habit trackers are a must for me. There has been like months where I didn't make one because I thought I wouldn't need it. or it's just like too time consuming. And I've just ended up making tiny ones on my weekly spread, so I've started using them again, and it really does bring peace of mind, which somehow makes it easier to do the habits that I've decided to track. And I find that they really reveal a lot about you in terms of being able to visually see, for example, periods of time where you didn't do a certain habit, like something could have been up with your mental health and you can just kind of clearly see that you were struggling or not feeling like too good. So it's really productive, and spreads like these really kind of encourage my progress in so many aspects of my life, and just kind of give me that level of accountability to myself without like an actual voice from another person. I just like to be able to see those kind of things at the end of my month, so I can then take that into the next month and like improve on that and work on that. So moving on to these crazy spreads I ended up doing, I really sat there and used 005 nib to dot my entire background, which you will eventually see. I love how they turned out though, and it really ended up being very therapeutic, as I wasn't really thinking about the outcome and like getting it done. It was more me like enjoying the process, listening to music and that, and just vibing, just really appreciating life, you know. I've actually been getting into like watercolor lately, a lot more lately, and I just really feel like the need to add more to my art. I find like when I'm using pencil or like outlining with a fine liner, I end up feeling the look way more than if I was to use felts or like brush pens or colored pencils or anything else. But I think because you can be like really subtle with watercolor and like still get like really nice depth and shading and all of that good stuff, I'm just very drawn to that medium at the moment. So yeah, I use watercolor again to give it like a little something extra. I definitely wish though I didn't add any to the corners. Either way, it doesn't take too much away from like the beauty of it all. But yeah, you guys will see like after I finish doing like these outlines and that after dots and all of that stuff, that the watercolor kind of I'm not gonna say, yeah, definitely didn't ruin it. Like I really love how it turned out, but I could have held back a little. Yeah, and as you guys can see, I have like the little quote page that says the littlest things is where we find the most joy. Honestly, I'm really not like a cringy quote kind of person, and I really don't like quotes that are like that, but this one honestly seems to just resonate with me. So yeah, and I also again just got my inspiration for these spreads from Pinterest. And like myself, I feel like just most people when they first started bullet journaling, they would kind of just have these really simple spreads, not really know what they're doing, not really know the feel and the style of how they want their journal to be. But yeah, I've really grown in terms of and just the creativity side, and really feeling like free enough to be like, yeah, do you know what, this is my journal and no one's gonna see it. Like hardly anyone's gonna see it unless I choose. So I can just kind of just do my thing, whether that's extreme to one person or not enough to the next person. Yeah, like it just doesn't really matter as long as you're vibing with it and you love it. I think another thing that I really like about journaling is just the fact that you might feel like you missed this spread or you didn't add this spread. You can honestly always add it in whenever you feel, or something might happen in the month where you might be like, oh, I need a space to write this down, or I need a space to create this. You know that you can just add it without any like limit on freedom or creativity. So lastly, I did my weekly spread, and I realized I forgot to add like the dates to the boxes, which I actually didn't even end up adding. even after this video up until now, and I honestly don't think I'm gonna add it because it's just past now. I don't really care anymore. Yeah, I guess I just forgot. But anyway, as I mentioned, I like to keep my working spreads relatively clear and simple, but I felt the need to add something to the middle. I was just really feeling this whole space theme, and I just wanted to add a little something to the middle. Yeah, I've used so many weekly spread layouts, but this is the one that I've honestly settled on, and I just keep going back to it. Anytime I might change it, or I might get a little bit of inspiration and see a different layout on Pinterest, I'll try it and end up going back to this again. So I mean, as long as I can organize my days in like separate boxes without having to do too many lines and too many titles and add-ons and whatever, then I'm happy. So yeah, I literally don't change anything other than colors and maybe like some middle art. Anyhow guys, this is my August spread, and I love space and the ocean. It's just a bunch of freeing thoughts when I think about them. So yeah, this is like my final flip through. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully I can do some more of these over the months, as this was so fun to film for me. But yeah, thanks so much for watching guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy my content, and follow me on my socials too, and I shall see you in my next one.